That'll be the topic today. Just a couple of interesting things that are going on around the world and at Dr. Multimedia, and we hope you guys enjoy. The idea of profit, the idea of growing your practice, the idea of revenue can all be kind of sensitive topics for some of our doctors because as medical professionals, you're kind of trained to be above that, or at least this used to be how things are. I think the newer doctors that are graduating and starting their own practice has really embraced this. But that's not the typical client for us. A typical client for us is going to be somewhere between 35 and 55, and having owned the practice or recently acquired a practice after working as an associate. And so it can be really hard to get out of that mentality. So, as I mentioned, a lot of times this concept of money, profit, revenue, making decisions that will lead to more of those things is kind of viewed as a negative. But ultimately, if your goals are to benefit your community and treat your patients, provide a quality of life for your staff, as well as the people that come see you, there's one thing that's going to drive that, and it's being able to keep the doors open, and it's being able to expand the reach that you have. You don't have to look at profit always just monetarily. You don't have to look at growth just in dollars and cents. If your practice can see more people this year than it could last year, that's a form of growth. If you can provide better medicine this year than you could last year, that's a form of growth. And ultimately, I'd say 98% of the time, the things that will allow you to do that have costs. There are price tags to equipment. You have to pay payroll. You have to grow your staff in order to keep up with patient demand. And the one common factor, that when it comes to being able to grow your business is usually revenue and profit. And profit doesn't have to be money that you withdraw from the business and put in your personal bank account. I think that a lot of non-business owners kind of think of profit in that way. Profit can be the money that you are able to then reinvest into your practice or into your staff, into patient care, and will help you grow and expand your practice. So it's the concept of, are you thinking and acting like a business owner, which is no small task if you didn't want to be a business owner, or if you just woke up one day and you owned a business, or you took over the business from the previous person that was running it. You now have all this administrative work, managerial work, accounting, taxes, right? The list goes on, and oftentimes this is more grief than anything for our doctors, and we're here to help. That's one of the reasons for the podcast, but also it's one of the reasons for marketing. It's one of the reasons for digital marketing and a website and social media. All of these things are great in and of themselves, but the end purpose is to help you grow your practice by attracting new clients and patients and getting more out of the patients and clients that you have and actually running your business, more efficiently. So acting and operating as a business owner is going to lead you down a different path. And if you do that, or at least if you're aware of that, and you start to make decisions with that in mind, day after day, week after week, month after month, the path that will set you down over the course of a year or 2 years or 3 years will put your business and your practice in an entirely different stratosphere than someone who was just making the decisions with the micro and the practice owning and being resistant to staff or not wanting to have difficult conversations or not wanting to create conflict. The practices won't even resemble each other. And usually one's going to be thriving and growing and the other one's going to be struggling to stay afloat or even possibly closing the doors down. We've just seen it time after time.